If you're watching this video, you're one deal away from making more money than your boss and also never needing a boss again. You don't need to build a business from scratch. You need to buy one that's already printing cash flow day one. Let me show you how in today's video. Now look, we're entering a new era and everything's changing. How we live, how we work, and most importantly, how we invest. What if I told you that in 2025, you're just one deal away from financial freedom, from having complete control over where you work, how you work, and who you work with? And yet, most people have no idea this investing strategy even exists. So pay close attention because I'm about to show you how you can cut your financial freedom journey down from 12 years to within 12 months through buying your first cash flowing small business today. How to go from a complete beginner to a full-on experienced business owner, replacing a six-figure salary through just one smart acquisition. One deal, that's all it takes. And no, you don't need millions of dollars to do this. You can buy an established, profitable, cash-flowing small business for as little as 0 to 10% down. Yes, even no money out of pocket at all. Now, before we go any further, I want to be fully transparent with you. I am not going to guarantee that you're going to get the same insane results that you're about to see in this video. We all see a lot of videos telling you how easy investing is and how you're going to become a millionaire overnight. Yeah, right. But what I can guarantee you is what you're about to see are real stories and real strategies from everyday people, just like you, just like me, using this exact same beginner-friendly acquisition model that I'm going to walk you through step by step today in this video. People like our member Carly here, who replaced a six-figure sales salary through $1 million acquisition within 6 months. Or Matt, who bought a $1.4 million construction company with almost $500,000 of profit within 11 months. Or Tyler, who got paid $20,000 at closing from the bank to buy a $1.3 million business that replaced his $250,000 engineering income. That's how crazy these creative financing strategies can get in real life. But more on this deal later. Craziest thing is I haven't even shown you the wildest part yet. What if I told you that business acquisition works even if you have zero experience, zero current network, and $0 out of pocket? Because the truth is that you don't need any of that right now. You just need the right model, the right opportunity, and the right help. And here today in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do this step by step. I'm about to walk you through the 4-step plug-and-play business acquisition model that hundreds of our members are using today to leave six-figure jobs they hate to build lives and businesses that they truly love. And I'm about to do it all in just the next 39 minutes. And wait, here's the deal. If you don't have 39 minutes to invest in you and your family's financial future, business buying just may not be for you. This is serious stuff. And I need time to actually teach you these strategies, not just cover fluff. So if you do stick around all the way until the end, I've got a surprise special bonus for you. A full step-by-step tutorial on the final and most important step of this process, phase 4, the one that most people screw up, the one that most videos skip entirely. This bonus includes real examples, real outreach scripts, and the exact same frameworks that my team and I use to close deals ourselves. So, if we haven't met yet, I'm Brian Lubin. I left corporate America in 2022 to travel full-time around the world and build real cash flow through buying and building small businesses. Today, my portfolio is made up of 5 cash-flowing small businesses across different industries that my team and I run remotely from anywhere in the world as I travel full-time for the last 4 years. Industries ranging from an international travel and events company all the way to a company that cleans commercial kitchens in Kansas City. Yes, you heard that right. We are diversified. And also, yes, I said team, because business buying is a team sport, not a solo player game. So over the last 3 years, I've built a company that invests over $1 million a year into our team alone. The best coaches, the best business mentors, and the best business operators, all focused on helping people just like you replace six-figure salaries through just one smart acquisition. And here's what I need you to know. 3 years ago, I was in your shoes. I felt trapped in that job. But today, this life that I currently live is way closer than you think. Because if I can do this, so can you. And so have hundreds of our members whose stories you're going to hear today, using this exact same system that I'm about to show you, the exact framework. So, if you're ready, let's dive in. There are 3 reasons why buying a small business is the single most effective way to replace a 6-figure salary through just one acquisition. First, it's a high cash flow model. You buy profit day one. Second, we're in a once-in-a-generation investing window. Millions of baby boomers are retiring right now, and they have no succession plan for their businesses, which means that thousands of profitable, million-dollar-plus businesses are literally just shutting down until you come in to buy them. And third, we're entering into what experts are calling the leverage economy. The people who win today don't work harder, they work smarter. They control systems, capital, AI, and people. Business buying is the most powerful form of modern leverage when done correctly. So let me show you why this works better than most other strategies that people are chasing today. Because right now, you are most likely watching this trying to replace $10,000 to $20,000 a month in income within the next 12 to 24 months, right? Yet you're investing in 12 to 24 year strategies. See the disconnect? That's exactly what most high income earners are doing today. And they're dead wrong because they're doing it alone with zero guidance, support, or help. They're chasing the stock market. They're buying one rental property at a time, or they invest passively into real estate syndications, thinking that's how they're going to become rich. They never stop to ask the right question, which is how cash flow friendly is this strategy really? And here shortly, we're about to discuss even more important questions like, what size business should I buy? What type of business should I buy? How do I find the money to buy a business? And lastly, how do I find business deals? First, I need you to fully understand the environment that we're in today and why you need to act on this strategy ASAP before it's too late. Right now, as you're watching this, over 12 million baby boomers own small businesses, and every single day, 10,000 of them retire. Most don't have a successor. This means $10 trillion in small business assets are about to change hands by the end of this decade at massive discounts. While stocks are unpredictable today and real estate is wildly over-leveraged, small business acquisitions are undervalued, cash flow heavy, and often seller financed. You can literally buy a business doing $250,000 a year in profit with 10% down and start cash flowing within 60 to 90 days. This is the greatest transfer of wealth in modern history, and 99% of people aren't even looking at it. The third and final reason business buying is the single best investment strategy today is because it takes full advantage of the new economy we're heading into. Not the labor economy, not the save for 40 years economy. I'm talking about the leverage economy. The people who win today aren't the ones grinding 60 hours a week in the office. They're the ones who know how to control systems, capital, AI, and people from anywhere in the world. This is why buying a packaged and operational small business is the ultimate leverage play. Think about it. You buy an existing machine that already produces cash flow, literally day one. You're using other people's money like SBA loans, partners, or seller financing to do it. And finally, you walk in and lead a current team, not starting from scratch. That, my friends, is leverage. And that's how you replace your income without spending years spinning your wheels. This is the same strategy the ultra-wealthy and private equity firms use to get rich. Except now, for the first time ever, it's available to normal people just like you, just like me. And here's the kicker. Most people don't even see it yet. That's why getting in early gives you an unfair advantage. These deals are everywhere. The competition is low, and the opportunity is disappearing fast. Those that are well-positioned today will get the same wealth-building opportunities as buying apartment buildings in 2012. So now, let's get into the 4 steps to finding, funding, and running your first small business. After these 4 steps, you should have all the information you need to take action this week to become like our member Ben, who left his job through building a 7-figure portfolio of cash-flowing laundromats. Or our member Nathan, who just last week closed on a $2 million lawn care business for his first deal ever. All right, you get it. Now let's talk tactics. Here are the 4 steps to buying your first cash-flowing small business, starting this week. Number 1, building your buy box. 2, knowing your skill set. 3, leveraging capital partnerships. And number 4, generating deal flow. We're going to break each of these strategies down one by one, making this as digestible as possible. And remember to stay around until the end of the video to claim all the bonus material. Now, look, we're about to talk about some big numbers and intense strategies, so please do not get discouraged. Please remember that every example we share was one of our members that felt just like you, just as confused, just as frustrated, but pushed through it regardless. So, let's begin, shall we? You wouldn't go house shopping without knowing what kind of house you want, where it should be, or how much you're willing to spend. Yet, most people approach business buying like Zillow. They scroll listings endlessly without knowing what the hell they're actually looking for. This is a massive mistake. And this is why you spend months and months and months spinning your wheels and wasting your time. That's why step number 1, the first thing we're doing is building your buy box, a set of criteria that filters out the noise and shows you only the deals that match your desired lifestyle, your desired cash flow, and your current skill sets. The more defined your buy box is, the more seriously brokers, partners, banks, and fellow investors are going to take you. So, what actually goes into building your business buy box? Now look, I could give you 400 different metrics and filters if we had all week, but I want you to walk away from this video ready to start hunting today. So what I'm gonna do is give you the core 4 buy box metrics. These are the 4 questions that you need to answer right now to define your buy box this week and start seeing deals that actually match your lifestyle and desired income goals. Number 1, target monthly income. 2, time commitment and role. 3, business location. And 4, industry fit and skill match. Let's break each one of these down, and I'll give you an example at the end that pulls it all together so you can build your first ever business buy box. Number 1, target monthly income. When you hear people talk about cash flow, what they really mean is profit. And in the world of small business, profit is often called SDE, or seller's discretionary earnings. That's the number that you care about, okay? Not revenue, not how many trucks you have, not how fancy the logo is, how much profit is left over for you, the business owner. Now, businesses are typically sold at what's called a multiple of SDE. Put simply, it's how many years of profit are you buying up front in advance. A business doing $250,000 in profit at a 4x multiple would sell for $1 million. Make sense? Same profit at a 5x multiple, $1.25 million. Better packaging, better books, better operations equals higher multiples. Now, most businesses that you're gonna look at are gonna sell between a 3 to 5x multiple. So here's a simple formula. Take your desired SDE times your target multiple, and that will equal your deal size. It's just like shopping for a house. You wanna set a price range, a floor, and a ceiling. Now wait, there's a huge rookie mistake that most first-time business buyers make, but not you, because you're watching this freaking video. Pay attention here. You look at a business that's doing $150,000 in profit, and you assume that's the take-home pay. This is wrong. You're not planning for taxes, you're not planning for overhead, and you're definitely not planning for margin. Here is a really good rule of thumb that will save your tail. If you want to take home $150,000, you should be looking at businesses doing $250,000 to $300,000 in SDE profit. This gives you room to breathe, delegate, and hire instead of buying yourself another stressful job. Let me give you 2 quick examples of this from our community and then a table that you can look over to know how to do this. Matt bought a $1.4 million business doing $485,000 in SDE. His take home, right around $200,000, with the rest reinvested into ops and growth. You see the margin there? Here's another example from our community. Carly's deal was doing $320,000 in profit. She pulled out 6 figures and still had capital to hire managers and buy her time back. So, when we're doing this, we're not just matching our dream income, we're building margin into our buy box. That's how real owners operate. This is how we build freedom into our lives. So here's a chart showing what target SDE looks like and what you should be aiming for based on your desired take-home income, factoring in margins for taxes, team, and growth, typically 40 to 50%. Feel free to screenshot this and use this for your own business buying journey. And also, drop a comment and a like if this tip just saved your tail. So a safe place to start is you could say something like, hey, I'm looking for a business between $1 to $3 million in purchase price, doing between $300,000 to $800,000 in SDE. Now hold on. At this point, I know what you might be thinking because I've done this hundreds of times. Who am I to buy $1 million business? Shouldn't I start smaller, Brian? But here's the truth. It takes the same amount of effort and time to buy a good business as it does to buy a bad one. In fact, it's actually harder to buy a badder and smaller business because bad businesses come with bad books, bad employees, and bad problems. Any business under $1 million of annual revenue runs the risk of becoming another job for you, one of the worst case scenarios in business buying. A business with more profit gives you more margin for more error, more freedom, and more money to hire great people. So if you're still nervous and you don't view yourself as a millionaire business owner yet, do this. Open up your notes app or journal and write down all the skills, all the accomplishments, and all the wins that you've had throughout your career. You've already done hard things. You are significantly more prepared than you think, especially with the right structure and team. And remember, you do not need millions of dollars to buy $1 million business. I'll teach you all about that here shortly, so sit tight, it's coming. Now let's go into number 2 in our buy box: time commitment and a role. Next, how much time do you actually want to work in this business? Are you looking to run the business as a day-to-day operator? Or do you want to be hybrid, maybe working 10 to 20 hours part-time and have a manager handle the rest? Or finally, are you aiming to be fully absentee so you can travel, spend time with your family, or focus on other projects? You have to know what outcome we're optimizing for before choosing the type of business that we're trying to buy. Strategy is what we say no to, not yes. Number 3, location. My recommendation: buy your first business within 90 minutes of where you live, or at the very least, within driving distance of a trusted partner. Here's why. The first 90 days after you buy a business is what's called the transition period. This is when the team has questions, the customers need reassurance, the old owner hands you the keys, and the operations. Having boots on the ground is critical. Even if it's not you, it needs to be someone that you trust. This is why buying with a partner can be such a huge advantage. Again, that's why I say business buying is a team sport. Number 4, industry fit and skill match. Lastly, match the business to your existing knowledge and skill sets. What industries do you already understand? What types of problems are you great at solving? What teams are you used to managing? This doesn't have to be perfect, but the closer that you are to plug and play, the easier this gets. A sales guy should buy a business with untapped leads. An ops person should buy a business with chaos to clean up in the back end. A people person, you need a people-heavy business with a team that needs leadership. Make sense? So, let's pull all of this together. Let's say you want to replace a $120,000 salary. You don't want to work more than 15 to 20 hours a week. You live in Chicago, and you want something local or remote. And also, you come from a background in operations and systems. That's your buy box, dude. You're now looking for a service-based business doing at least $250,000 a year in SDE, ideally priced between $1 million to $1.25, with an operations team already in place that just needs leadership, not reinvention. You also want to see this business existing for at minimum 3 years before sale. This is how you narrow down your buy box from 10,000 listings to 10 that are actually right for you. And guess what? We're about to talk about how to fund these deals with as little as 0 to 10% down out of pocket, using a combo of SBA loans, seller financing, and partner capital. So stick around, that's coming here in the next few minutes. See how much faster that you can grow with just a little guidance and direction? Now let's talk about step 2, building your skill stack. Again, I want to be crystal clear about something here. You are more qualified to buy a business than you think. The reason most people never even look at buying a business is because they think that they need an MBA, a fancy CEO title, or a decade of executive experience. Total BS. These are limiting beliefs. What you actually need, you already have. You just haven't been taught how to recognize it yet and apply it. We call this your skill stack, and here's how it works. You take everything that you've learned from your career, your background, your strengths, and instead of undervaluing it like most people do, you match it to a business that needs exactly those skills. For example, if you've ever managed people, built a spreadsheet, closed a deal, handled an angry client, or created a system to make something more efficient in your current job, your current role, you've already got skills, dude. So now in our framework, we break your skill set down into 2 different categories. Category 1 is top line skills. Category 2 are bottom line skills. If you have top line skills, this likely means that you're extroverted, you love talking to people, and you thrive in marketing and sales. Your skill sets are generating and converting leads, aka top line revenue. If you have bottom line skills, this likely means that you're more introverted, you love spreadsheets and systems, you love generating processes and workflows. You crave efficiency and effective operations. You help organize chaos and drive bottom line, aka profit. So here's where the magic happens. We don't buy random businesses. We buy businesses where your skill stack instantly makes the company better, without you needing to hustle or grind 60 hours a week. This is called playing the game on freaking easy mode instead of the most difficult setting, day 1. Put simply, you want to buy a business that's already strong in the opposite of your current skill stack. For example, I'm great at sales and marketing, so I buy businesses that are already strong in operations and processes, but need a lot of help in marketing. This is how I add value. The opposite applies if you're an ops person. You buy a business that's already got a sales machine and already got a marketing machine in place that's profitable. Because the last thing that you want to do is two new things at once. You do not want the new of buying a freaking business for the first time, plus the new of developing brand new skill sets that you haven't built over a decade. This is exactly what we do in our Action Academy community. We put you through our customized personality profiles and tests to determine what type of businesses and partnerships are literally tailor-made for you, for your brain. This has been a game changer for our members, but more on that later. In corporate, you're taught to ignore your strengths and build your weaknesses to become well-rounded, right? But in business ownership, it's actually the opposite. You want to only focus on your strengths and hire or partner with your weaknesses. Let me give you a real-life example. One of our members, Alex, came from an ops role at a staffing company. No business experience, no MBA, just a guy who knew how to manage systems and teams. The last thing he wanted to do was sales. So what did he do? He partnered with another one of our members, Carly, with a sales background to take down $1 million company together where they had complementary skill sets 50-50 on the deal. This is what happens when you stop trying to start from scratch and you start acquiring businesses where you're already qualified to lead day one. So ask yourself right now, what am I already good at? What have I done for years that small business owners would kill to have in an owner? Because odds are somebody has already built a business around your zone of genius and they're doing millions of dollars in profit. So instead of working for them, it's time to go own the business itself. Now, here's the part that you guys are most excited about: leveraging capital and partnerships. Let's get something straight. Most people think that you need to save 6 figures before you can even think about buying a small business. That belief is the reason that you stay stuck in your job for 30 to 40 years. Look, the secret is the wealthy don't save their way in. They structure their way in. So now I'm going to show you 3 capital strategies that we and our members use to buy $1 million businesses, all for a fraction of the upfront cost. Number 1, SBA loans. Uncle Sam literally wants you to buy a business. The SBA 7A loan is a government-backed loan designed specifically to help people like you buy small businesses. Yes, literally, the US government wants you watching to own a freaking business. So here's how it works. Let's say you find a business doing $300,000 in profit. It's listed for $1 million. With an SBA loan, you typically only need 10% down of purchase price, which is $100,000. The bank finances the other $900,000. And that down payment, it could come from your savings, from a business partner, or from an outside investor. So we're going to talk about that in a minute, but you can creatively structure this. So bottom line, you can own 100% of a cash flowing small business while keeping most of the cash in your bank account today intact. After loan payments, you're still walking away with $8,000 to $12,000 a month in profit if you buy the deal correctly, starting 30 days after close. And guess what? It gets even better, because number 2 is seller financing. Buying a business with the seller's money. Here's something that no one tells you. A lot of sellers, especially mom and pop business owners, do not want all the money up front. Why? Because this leads to massive taxes between 25 and 37% and more stress. What they really want is security, a smooth transition, and passive income. They also want a tax-friendly retirement, so they offer what's called seller financing, where you and the seller directly agree on the price, terms, and interest rate. No bank needed. You get the business, they get peace of mind, everyone wins. This happens all the time, but no one teaches you how to even ask for it. So let me show you a real life example, because I've bought half of my business's SBA and half of them seller financing. This is a deal done by our member Tyler. Now this might sound complex, because it is, but I'm gonna walk you through our Action Academy member Tyler's first deal, step by step, so you can see just how possible this is. Tyler bought a $525K business using an SBA loan. SBA required 10% down, but Tyler only put in 5% of that personally. The seller financed the other 5% on standby, which means that Tyler doesn't pay it back for 2 years. He negotiated this. That brought his out-of-pocket costs down to about $25K. The business also included real estate, 7 acres, multiple buildings, and Tyler structured seller financing on the real estate. 0% down, 4% interest. Bonus, the bank gave Tyler $50K of working capital as part of the loan, cash straight to his account. The franchise he joined paid $30,000 of his franchise fee directly to the seller. So what does this mean? Let's recap this. Tyler put in $60,000. He received $80,000 in cash and services. $80,000 minus 60 is $20,000 profit at closing. And now the business prints him $250K a year. This is not magic, it's structure. And this is what we help people do in Action Academy. Now, please remember, don't get intimidated. This was Tyler's first deal. We can literally walk you through step-by-step how to learn these strategies yourself. We've done this hundreds of times. This is just an insane example that I wanted to share. That's real world that happened. Our third strategy is equity partnerships. You find the deal, they fund the deal. What if you don't even have $50,000 to $100,000 yet and you're watching this? No problem. You can still buy a business if you're valuable, because every single deal needs three things: money, knowledge, or hustle. If you have even one of these things, you can partner for the other two. This is what's most common in Action Academy. And here's an example from our members. One of our members brought me, personally, a kitchen cleaning company under contract for $1 million. He wanted to run the business full time, but needed capital and financial guidance. So basically, we used my bank account and balance sheet to close the deal. I didn't want to be involved at all in the day-to-day. I wanted to be a truly passive capital partner. So we structured it like this. I brought the capital for the down payment, 10%, and I got a minority equity stake in the business and profit. Another member brought financial expertise as a fractional CFO and got equity. And lastly, our original member is now operating the business full-time as CEO. 3 people, 1 deal, everyone wins. This is how real-world partnerships are done. If you're not the money yet, you bring the hustle. And by doing that, you'll build the knowledge. Again, videos like this are what give you the strategies that actually exist. So to close out capital strategies, wealthy people don't wait to save their way to wealth. They structure their way to wealth. And you can too. You don't need millions of dollars. You just need to understand how capital moves and how to position yourself as the person who brings the deal. If you bring the deal, and if you bring the skills, the money is going to find you, my brother and sister, I promise. So the moment you stop asking, how can I afford this? And you start asking, how can I structure this? That's the moment that you become unstoppable. That's a lot of information. So let's pause quickly and give you some action items. Do these today. Write down 3 people you know who could possibly be capital partners, operating partners, or deal partners, and send them this message. It could be a text message, email, or DM. Hey, I'm learning how to buy a small business using creative financing. You want to explore doing a deal together later this year? Super simple. Then next, you're going to go to bizbuysell.com and bookmark 30 to 50 businesses that match your buy box that we just talked about. You're not just watching this video to feel inspired. You're here to build an actual plan. Now that you've got the capital strategies, you've got the skill stack, and you've got your buy box, let's talk about the 4th and final phase of this journey, establishing deal flow, how to actually find the businesses that you're going to buy. This is the difference between talkers and doers, between I want to buy a business and I own one. And the good news is you can get started literally this week. So we're going to walk you through 3 high impact strategies for finding a business to buy today. And also remember, at the end of this video, we're going to give you a bonus with a lot more material on this, because this is where most of your time is spent. The meat and potatoes of your acquisition journey is in finding the deals, and you need a lot of help here. So sit tight, it's coming. Step number 1, on-market deals. This is where 90% of people start. Go to websites like bizbuysell.com or even Flippa for digital businesses. Filter deals using your buy box. Location, within 90 minutes of you or remote. Profit range, STE between 200 to 500,000, and price range between 1 to 3 million. Once you find a few listings, start reaching out to brokers. Here's a message that you can send. Subject line, serious buyer, blank industry, acquisition inquiry. Hi, broker name. My name is blank, and I'm actively looking to acquire a blank business doing 250 to 500K in STE, preferably with 3 years of operating history, a strong team in place, located within blank city or remote, blah, blah, blah. I came across this business listing and it caught my attention. I'd love to discuss this deal further and also hear about any similar off-market opportunities that might match my buy box. Just for quick context, I have capital ready, SBA pre-approved, industry-aligned experience, and a full transition plan in place. I'm serious, I'm prepared, and I'm looking to move quickly for the right deal. Let me know a good time to connect this week. Even 15 minutes is appreciated. Best. And then put your name, your phone number, and then you can put your LinkedIn profile if you want to. So again, you can screenshot this, but this will, I guarantee you, get you a conversation with a serious broker, 100%. The goal here is reps, not perfection. You're training your eye to spot patterns, red flags, and value drivers, okay? Step number 2 is off-market research, the hidden gold mine. You want less competition and better terms, you start sourcing off-market deals. One way you can do this is to go to Google Maps or Yelp, search for service businesses in your area, think HVAC, plumbing, landscaping, med spas, etc. And then you're going to look for these signs. They've been around 5 years, an outdated website and no online presence, and the owner is clearly 50 years old. Then we're going to reach out via cold email, or you're just going to go visit the physical business yourself. You're going to create a CRM of 100 businesses locally that would fit your criteria. Guys, when I was looking for laundromats to buy, this is what I did. I would go on Google Maps, I would find the laundromats, I would door knock, and I would go to the physical locations, find the owners, and I would email them, call them on their cells until we had conversations, and I would take them to lunch and ask them questions, okay? It's way easier than you think. Well, simple, not easy. We give our members dozens of high-converting scripts like this inside Action Academy, but even doing this once a day puts you light years ahead of most wannabe business buyers. We also utilize Facebook groups like Businesses for Sale by Owner that have hundreds of posts per day to scroll through and DM. This is how we have found a lot of businesses, actually. So step number 3, practice with ChatGPT. Seriously, you can do this today. Before you even get on a real call with a broker or a seller, you can simulate the reps with AI today. Here's a prompt that you can copy word for word and post into ChatGPT right now. You are acting as a skeptical, experienced small business seller or broker evaluating a first-time buyer. Me. Your job is to simulate a realistic discovery call, including asking questions about my finances, experience, and acquisition criteria, challenging my credibility and intent as a first-time buyer, making me pitch why I'm the right buyer for your client's best interests, introducing curveballs like tight timelines, seller hesitations, valuation mismatches, and deal structure questions, and using follow-up objections like, I've had buyers ghost me before. Are you sure you're ready for that? Please role-play this like a real phone call, one message at a time, as if we're on Zoom. Start by introducing yourself as the broker/seller and begin the conversation. Then wait for me to reply before continuing. Push back, challenge me, make this realistic, I want the reps. And guys, you can also do this via email. You can do this in the ChatGPT voice. There's so many ways you can practice this. So do this at least once per day at minimum. Practice how to pitch yourself as a legit buyer, ask key due diligence questions, handle awkward conversations around pricing, terms, and intent. This is how you get confident fast, by the taking of the action. So instead of waiting for the confidence to take action, you build the confidence by taking the action. So now the question becomes, how can you get results like this? Like the dozens of people that I've showed you here today in this video. Like the $276 million in businesses and real estate we closed in Action Academy in 2024 just last year. Well, the first option is to take all the information I've given you today and really just try to wing it. Figure it out by yourself. It's definitely an option. And if you feel it's best suited for you, please go ahead. You can figure it out. It's just going to take longer. So I know that most likely you're going to lose valuable months, even years, trying to figure everything out on your own. And in the long term, it's going to be much more expensive, considering that you miss out on all the extra money you could have made if starting out doing this the right way from the get-go, doing the proper processes with the proper profit and the proper deal sizes. Also, when you're by yourself, your chances of quitting just go exponentially up. If you get stuck and you don't have support and structured accountability from others walking the same journey as you, that's where that happens. So that is exactly why I created Action Academy back almost 3 years ago. Our high performance community where we take you by the hand and show you exactly every single thing, step by step, that you need to do to go from $0 to $10,000 a month through your first small business acquisition in record time, which thankfully is your second option here in the video, choosing to join a community like this with some of the best success stories in the industry, including every single success story that you've seen during this video. Each of these stories have been sales reps, engineers, accountants, and six-figure corporate employees just like you that have gone through our coaching and programs where we take complete beginners with zero experience in acquisition or business operations and help them become seasoned business owners. We help you learn how to find the deals, negotiate the deals, analyze deals, partner on deals, conduct diligence on deals, raise capital on deals, and finally, get to the freaking closing table so you can make millions of dollars, all from literally scratch. This is what we do full time. This is through our team of experts who have walked that path that you want to walk, both recently through other community members that we have shown you here today, and also through our more advanced mentors, coaches, and asset class experts that are going to be the helping hand to guide you with big old portfolios that are doing 10 times bigger deals than you. So not only does this process get your results faster, it also saves you from a lot of trouble that you could possibly get into by missing important items in deal negotiation that a seasoned investor would know to look out for. I have personally talked over 60 of our members out of doing business deals that would have derailed their investing and financial freedom careers personally. Like, they were terrible deals. They just didn't know it yet. So if you have a few minutes, let's take a look together and see what's inside Action Academy to be able to determine if this is potentially a mutual fit. Because what Action Academy is not is an online course. I can't name a single person that has ever completed an online course. Can you? Because I haven't. You don't need more modules. You need more mentors. You don't need more practice templates. You need more partners. Our program and community is designed meticulously to get you crystal clear on what dream life you're heading for, what skill sets you possess today, what role you would most likely play in a partnership, what your weekly acquisition goals and KPIs should be, and who you should be connected with. Who should you partner with for your success? Real life relationships with other high performers just like you. Imagine having the suck of 10 years of networking events completely removed week one in our community, where we directly connect you with our veteran members that directly meet the criteria you're searching for in a partner, in an investor, or in a mentor. Because not only do we cover business buying, we also cover boutique hotel buying, self-storage, multifamily, land acquisition, mobile home parks, and more. We are truly asset class agnostic. We just want you to get the result, which is replacing 6 figures of cash flow. We have the mentors, coaches, and over 400 members actively investing in each of these asset classes alongside small business, all included for just one annual payment. 6 masterminds, programs, and coaching staffs, all literally combined for the price of one. Now, our curated program is broken down into 4 distinct phases. We call it the Cash Framework. Pretty cool, right? And we've successfully taken hundreds of people through this over the years. The Cash Framework stands for CASH, Clarity, Acquisition, Scale, and High Performance Partnership. See, because we're an annual mastermind, my team and I have to work tirelessly each and every quarter, month, week, and day to earn your renewal, compared to programs that are just a one-time pay, and then they just kind of ignore you after a year. So we are always adding new items to support you along your journey, trying to make it bigger, better, faster, more efficient, and simpler as time progresses. Like our member Pearson here, who bought 2 service companies in Missouri, or our member Mason, who bought a portfolio of over 200 doors within 2 years. We want to keep them both around for a decade, not a year. Each year they renew, we have to find different ways to add value. This is advantageous to you, the end buyer. So each phase of our program is designed to add different levels of value in different levels of order. So phase 1 is where we begin, which is clarity. This is where, for the first time in your life, we're helping you get crystal clear on what you want, who you are, what role you should play in partnerships, who you should partner with, and truly, what does success actually look like for you through acquisition? Because at the end of the day, business buying doesn't matter, and adding $300,000 of take-home cash flow per year doesn't matter if you don't have freedom to travel or spend time with your kids. Get it? This is why this is so important. We begin with the end in mind. A lot of our members change the course of their literally entire lives within the first days of this phase, which is why we lead off with it. Immediate change equals immediate value. Phase 1 ends when you meet with one of our clarity coaches one-on-one until you have a clear plan written on paper of what your dream life looks like, how fast you want to achieve it, what asset class will take you there, and what your weekly acquisition KPIs and goals are to acquire that within that time frame. We also assign accountability partners to you throughout this process. We call this directional, sequential, and tactical clarity. This leads us into phase 2, acquisition. This is a 60-day boot camp style program where we guide you through, with coaches, weekly, our week-by-week training program for everything we discuss in this video today on steroids times 100,000. Like, over the next 60 days, you learn how to generate on-market and off-market lead flow weekly, how to quickly underwrite a small business back the napkin, how to fully underwrite a small business through diligence, how to submit offers with email templates and documents that we have hundreds of, how to structure deals in due diligence, how to structure partnerships, how to raise capital and fund deals, and finally, how to get all the way to the closing table. By day 90, you've got more than enough skill sets to truly go out there and make it rain. This is the stage where you look at million-dollar deals with absolute certainty, because you are now the type of person that is capable of taking those down each and every day. And also, everybody that you're around is taking down million-dollar deals. So why wouldn't you? It's normal now. That's why community is so important. The following phase 3 is now scale. This is where we help you both build out your acquisition and partnership teams to combine skill sets and schedules to pull off the best business possible for your first purchase. We intro you to tailored partners within our community based on your personality traits, your skill sets, and honestly, how your freaking brain works. This is important because you both are probably working full-time jobs with families. So this is how the workload becomes manageable for you both as you juggle employment with entrepreneurship in the beginning. That's why this is so critically important. Not doing an online course, but having a community. This is the meat and potatoes portion, where you are truly pursuing deals hard, and you have systems, processes, and team helping you get under contract. We've had members close deals across the board, like Carly and Alex closing a business that they found in a Facebook group, to Tyler and Nathan closing businesses that they found listed on bizbuysell.com. So we've done on-market, we've done off-market, we've done just about every acquisition strategy under the sun. And eventually, the goal is to also support you in scaling your business after you close as well, which is the hard part. Nobody talks about what happens when you become a business owner, right? So we have people partnering left and right on marketing strategies, ops strategies, and strategic direction, which finally leads us to phase 4 of Action Academy, High Performance Connection. Our full-time connection concierge is partnering you with people day 1 of membership. This is how we've designed our program to add value to you over years, even from day 1, and candidly, keep you in our family, because there's nothing more important than connection. Year 1, we want to get you your first acquisition. Year 2, we want to help you scale the acquisition and your acquisition team to build a multi-7-figure portfolio of assets. And by year 3, we want you coming to Action Academy just because you want to hire the new people that are coming in. Because everybody that's in the group is a high performer, certified, that's making a lot of money, that has a lot of skill sets, and it's a wonderful talent pool. So we have members right now entering year 3, and they are still renewing because they can come back and build their entire multifamily acquisition team or business acquisition team, and also have access to millions and millions and millions of dollars of capital partners. So it's kind of a no-brainer, especially for the price of tuition. Everything we do isn't just to get you financially free and out of the job you hate, but also to make sure that you and your family build family tree defining levels of wealth and network for the rest of your life. We not only have your strategies in this tribe, but also your lifelong friends, business partners, and accountability. In closing, we also grant any and all spouses free membership along with your dues as well. It's important for us to include them in this tribe and at our events so that they can become truly bought in on whatever the hell it is that you're doing and they can finally understand. So each of these individual masterminds that I've discussed, business buying, land flipping, multifamily, storage, mobile home, hotel acquisition, all typically cost between $10,000 to $30,000 each per year. This would be $70,000 to $120K per year for you to be a member of all of them. Thankfully, Action Academy is an all-in-one, one-stop shop combined annual due that is smaller than a fraction of all of those combined payments. In Action Academy, where you pay is where you stay. So your dues stay the same year over year. But as we grow our team and our resources, we put that price onto new members, which means that we increase the price of Action Academy 2 to 3 times per year. So unfortunately, in this video, I'm not entirely sure when you're watching it, so I can't give you an exact price. But what I can tell you today is what we normally look for in a potential member is to have $20,000 of cash sitting in savings in their bank account, because $20,000 will allow you to way more than afford the price of Action Academy, plus have enough in your bank account to have a solid emergency fund for you and your family to be taken care of. If you only have the price of tuition for Action Academy at the time in your account, we're not going to let you do it because we want to make sure that you have margin just in case and you're not stressed out and freaking out. That is really, really, really important for us. We don't need your money. We want people that are actually financially secure and stable so that we can really help you build generational wealth. So first, save the money, then we can talk. So if you're wanting the remaining resources that we talked about in this video, where we're going over deal acquisition, deal funnels, strategies, everything that we have, I will send that all to you. If you go and click the link in the show notes, in the show descriptions, it should be the top comment, or you can visit us at actionacademy.com, but I would go click that top comment, and worst case scenario, we'll give you some free coaching and send you to where you would best fit. So if you're serious this year about hitting financial freedom and changing you and your family's life forever, Click the link, book a call. Happy to speak with you here soon, and let's change your freaking life.